Hey, welcome back to the Signature Movement. It's girl Tanya D. Floyd in this kitchen trying to find me some breakfast. I don't know what it's going to be, but I know I had to put my roast beef in because, you know how that corner starts changing color a little bit, and that bright red color they put on it don't be looking real bright red no more. It's like, yeah, they jazzed it up. It's starting to show. So, yeah. I wasn't going to stay in the house and cook today, but I will. I'm not going to do the whole 9 yards like I usually do. I'm just going to make sure my roast beef don't go bad because that's my pride and joy. That's not what I want to talk about. I wanted to talk about defeat. Yeah, defeat. So, your girl been going through since... for like the last 8 months, at least. So, you know, that project I was working on, that big renovation it's a really big renovation. It was about 3,000 square feet. Maybe I'm underestimating a little bit, but the house is really big and we did everything. We changed 3 of the 4 bathrooms. We changed all the floors on 2 levels. We built the bar in the basement. We rebuilt the bathroom down there completely because we had to borrow some space and extend the shower and stuff like that. So it wasn't just take stuff out and put stuff in. We framed up a couple of walls. You know, we did the master bathroom too. So yeah, we did a whole lot. But anyway, we changed the way a lot of that home works based on their requests and specifications, and it was not really met with the kind of joy that I thought it should, based on the fact that we checked off most of the boxes on their list. I'm sorry, we checked every box on their list, gave them everything they asked for, and in the end, it was a problem. We didn't part on good terms. The big part of that I wanted to share was that I lost $30,000 on that project because at the point where I realized that it was going to be a problem, I had already completed enough of it where the choice was to leave it like it was and drop everything because we knew we weren't going to get all our money, or to continue the project and finish it the way I would finish it because my name was attached to it and because maybe, just maybe down the line, the promotional benefits would outweigh that loss. So, because I wanted it finished, I finished. And I had enough pictures and video to help people see the vision of what, you know, my company does. So it was mostly because of that piece that I did not just drop it and leave when I thought the money was going to be an issue. Yeah, that hurts. It's still biting me in the ass right now because, I mean, $30,000 is a lot of money. So, yeah, for the next few months, I realized that I was emotionally attached to that result and it kind of brought me down. No, it didn't kind of bring me down. It brought me way down. I have been in a tailspin ever since. At first I was in denial. I didn't realize that I was, I don't know, I don't know if I've ever been depressed, but I think I was depressed because I did not, well, I don't know, because see, this is the line. I've never had it. I've never been diagnosed with it, but I feel like if you can get up and still go do things and make things happen and not be sad to the point where you cry. I'm preoccupied with it in my thoughts, but I'm not sad about it. I'm strategic. I'm planning. I'm plotting. I'm, you know, finding ways to regroup, but I'm still stuck because I'm not moving forward the way I should, right? I mean, let's think about it. $30,000 is several months of expenses for my house and my business. I ain't have. So for the last 8 months, I've been like, you know, dealing with the fact that my season is over. I know my renovation season is between like May and October. Well, it was December when I finished that. So my last payment came in January, and February, March, and April I was looking crazy. I had a little job in April, but I didn't make money off it. It was my mother's kitchen. Then in May I had a little job, maybe 2, but it wasn't like what I normally would need to do, right? So I've been kind of down, and I've been kind of reflecting, and I woke up this morning and I could hear Whitney Houston clear as day singing "I Have Nothing" in my head. It's kind of funny now, but I don't have nothing. I had to correct myself because I still have my relationship with God. And I know that sometimes you go through seasons like this and you are supposed to rely on Him fully, and you're supposed to learn and understand that, you know, not everything is going to be in your hands. It ain't in your power. Because tell you the honest to goodness truth, the devil is always busy. I don't know why people always be like, oh, the devil busy right now. He always busy. He just always leaning on you. But you've been protected a lot. But right now is the chance for you to show where you really stand with this. Are you just around like, you know, fair weather friend? You only on God's team because you've been winning? Like, what do you do when you're losing? You still with Him? So I think that's what's been going on with me. It's a, you know, where you at kind of wake up call. And I know where I'm at. I'm fully aware. But yeah, it's like I'm looking around like, good Lord, this is all hard, all bad. And you know, right on the tail end of that emotional thing that I was in, I was also in a heightened state of anxiety about my upcoming court date for that lawsuit that I ended up losing in June. So I've been in a place for the last 8 months, and I'm looking around right now like, it's crazy. I still wake up delusional every day. I still wake up going, something's going to happen today. Because, like I said, I corrected myself when I say I have nothing. I still have my mind. I still have my abilities, my desires, my drive, my health. I still have my car and my home. So, I mean, not all bad. It's just, I can't make moves. You ever felt like just trapped, like stuck, like you're in a straitjacket, can't get your arms loose and move your hands like you want to and do the things you need to do for you? That's where I'm at. That's how I feel. I got some things in the works, but time is not really on my side. It's like, that's going to happen eventually. I'm waiting. Hold on. Let me tell y'all about while I'm waiting. Tell you about your government. So, my son, you know, he's disabled. Well, I might have said it that way, but he gets his SSI for his disabilities, right? Social Security realized at some point that they had underpaid him. So the overpayment is supposed to come to me in 2 installments. I learned after a couple of phone calls. It ain't as easy as it sounds. So when I first found out was, yes, they owe him this much money, but this is a different kind of treatment. So even though it was supposed to come in his monthly check, the treatment is different for this overpayment. It can only be applied to like educational or medical expenses or legal expenses relating to his disability or something to improve life for him with the disability, right? But since his disability is not physical or visible, it's kind of tough trying to justify modifications that will help him. So in my case, let's say ADHD. I made modifications that would improve his life with ADHD by changing his environment, right? So that ain't really necessarily on its face, you know, what they would consider a medical or modification or educational or legal expense. It's a whole thing. So forget about that. The important part is they owe me some money, a lot of money. I'm not taking calls right now, but they don't send you the check because they owe you the check. They send you a half of the check, and then 6 months later, they're supposed to send you the other half, right? But how they do it is, after about 3 phone calls, I found out when the check was late, No, we don't just send it. You gotta fill out this form to say how you spent the first half, and then we'll send you the second half. That ain't what y'all said, though. You said it coming 2 installments. I'm waiting for my second installment. So, yeah, I ain't getting that. Might not ever get it, and I might owe them some money because maybe they don't understand how I use the money to help them in the first place with the first half. I don't know, but that's your government at work. So anyway, I ain't got my check yet. I don't know if I'm gonna ever get it, and I might owe. So yeah, there's that. But then I sent the form back to them with all the receipts and everything that they asked for. So we'll see. But then the state of Maryland, where I reside, decided to audit my tax return for 2021. I found that out in March. I sent them the information, and I have asked twice, you need anything else from me? Where's my check? I got a message on Saturday morning, actually, that says, yeah, we got your message, and we're reviewing it, but please note that these things can take up to 8 to 12 months to be resolved. What? How's that okay? How's that legal? You asked me for the stuff. You gave me 45 days to find 1,001 documents in 1,000,000 pages in document emails and PDFs and things to show why I took the deductions that I took and how my business is actually real and all those things that you asked me for. 45 days to get all that together, but you're going to take 8 to 12 months to review it. So yeah, I'm in a place right now. Yeah. I'm in a holding pattern. I'm feeling some kind of way. So that's where I'm at. But yeah, I came to tell you today that sometimes you feel stuck. And it can be so easy to look around and go, I have nothing. I've lost everything. I have this, that, and the other. I started off the year with a $30,000 L, and then added to that with like another $100,000 in June, if it stands. If this motion goes my way, then I'll get a new trial. But I don't know. It's your government, and it's all tainted, so who knows how that's gonna go. And then yeah, I got some money coming to me, but not today. And then I guess I have decided that the time that I've spent all these months not really actively working and pursuing and chasing down the dollars and this and that, and I did come to the resolution that I'm not chasing these social media sites and all these things either, because I don't trust it. The whole system everywhere is rigged, and we're not in charge. So you can really expect to be screwed over more often than not in this life. But, yeah, I don't want it. I'm not doing it. I post what I post. I don't care how many people view it. I care who it reaches. You know, it's different. I care that it reaches the right people. It doesn't matter if 1,000,000 people see it, because 1,000,000 people ain't going to appreciate it. And speaking of 1,000,000 people not appreciating stuff, you know what's funny? When I started this video, I came downstairs to make my breakfast, and I was thinking, like, my cupcake's better than his. I was doing my market research and looking around to see how many local bakeries, bakeries in the DC area, how they, how much they're charging for their cakes and cupcakes and things these days, and how they look and all that. Mind you, my style is totally different from everybody else's. My stuff is supposed to be like a hug and a kiss, like home style, nostalgic, rustic is what I call it, because I don't want it to be perfect. I can't even make it perfect. I'm not going to spend hours doing all the fine-tuning details to make it look like, magazine worthy. I want you to eat it, and I want you to be affected when you eat it. So yeah, I'm not going for all that other stuff. But I was just looking at their cupcakes and thinking, they made them probably with a box mix. They frosted them, way too much sugar in it. It's beautiful, and it's very, very precise. And I bet you it's been sitting in a freezer, because if they can ship it to you and have it to you same day or the next day, it's been in the freezer. They ain't just making it right now, because they wouldn't have time for it to set up properly. So, I make your desserts that day. I deliver them to you that day or the next day. But it has had time to gel. You know, I was thinking a lot about recipes too. You know, sometimes when I cook stuff, I think most people don't realize the last step of the process is to let it gel. You have to let it marinate, whatever word you want to use. The end of it is let it sit there for a few minutes so all the flavors can, you know, get together and have a party. So anyway, when you get one of my desserts, it has married and had a party. And when you get it, it's the final step, you know, in enjoyment. It's like, cut that joint and get in there. It's going to be good. Promise you, it's going to be good. I posted something on Facebook today that said my cupcakes taste better than yours. I'm 100,000% sure. Because I know what I'm doing. And I do it for you. I don't do it for mass production. Even if I do start, you know, having demand out of this world, I'm going to make it personal because I want to send a connection from my heart to yours. It's kind of corny, but I need you to get in there and be affected by it because I made it. You know what I'm saying? I researched and I looked at like different flavors, like what goes with this, what helps this to shine more. Like I tell you, oh, I left that cabinet open. I tell you, it's like, you know, when you put on a good outfit, you put all the pieces together. You got to get your outfit, your shirt, your jacket, your shoes, your belt, your accessories, your jewelry, your makeup. All of that has to go together like boom. We made this to go together. That's a good recipe. You find things that go with the things you have or the thing you're trying to accomplish, and you make it all just boom. You make that navy blue blazer look better when you put a cream shirt under it. White is okay. But cream, you talking about looking rich, okay? Like money. You know, you put on a nice brown shoe with that navy blue blazer situation. Black is okay, but that brown one with your skin, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole different thing. So, yeah, going the extra mile when you're putting things together, that's what I do. So when I find a carrot cake request, I don't just make a carrot cake with carrots and cinnamon and maybe some nutmeg. I find some other things to just make those carrots dance. Because carrots don't really taste like wow when you eat them. But that cake around that carrot and the carrot itself, they have to be infused with flavor. And it's got to be a party. So, yeah, my carrot cake ain't just like everybody else's carrot cake. And all my desserts are not just sweet. Because I told you, sugar is a distraction. You get that on there, on your tongue, and you be like, ooh, it's good. No, it's just sweet. It's not good. It tastes like cardboard if you think about it. Think about it. Go get the cake, mass market cake. Does it taste like butter and lovely spices? Even a butter cake. It ain't got to just be a plain old yellow cake. I don't make yellow cakes, by the way. I refuse to put anything called yellow cake on my menu. And I refuse to make anything that's called yellow cake. It has to be a butter cake for me. Made with butter. And just the right amount of salt. And one other thing to just make it, you know, dance. Pound cake. A lot of butter in a pound cake. It's a pound of butter in a usual pound cake. I don't use the whole pound, but a pound of butter usually is what's required for a pound cake. But butter is flavor. Butter is great. And you use the salted butter or you salt the thing yourself. Either way, just make sure it's noticeable. Because you got to have salt in anything to make sure you can taste what's in it. Period. Point blank. I'm going to keep saying it. Salt ain't bad for you. It's how you use it. Salt helps to accentuate flavors. You won't recognize them if it doesn't have salt on the right amount of salt in it. Sorry. So all you low sodium people, just know salt ain't the enemy. Overusing salt is the enemy. Anyway. Yeah, a good recipe is like a dance, like a nice outfit. You know, it's all related to design too. All my stuff is around the same concept. Find things to go with the things to make the things shine. Period. That's it. Point blank. That's my story. Outfits, hairdos, eyeglasses, makeup. Yeah, design, all of it. Find the things that make that thing stand out or make it more like part of the party. That's it. Either it stands out like, oh my God, I didn't know it could do that, or it, you know, becomes part of the party and it's like, oh my goodness, those go so well with it. So yeah. But I'm going to continue on. I have used this time and made myself look at it like not downtime, but like repairs. Clothes for repairs. So I've been closed for repairs since December, and I think I'm pretty much over all the bad things because I was suffering. The first thing that renovation, it made me second guess why I was doing what I was doing and whether I wanted to keep doing it. It made me feel angry and betrayed, and I was not sad in a sad crying sense though. I was just deflated. Like I gave so much to that thing and they didn't appreciate it, you know? And then I had to get out of that self-pity mode and I ended up back in fight or flight for court. And then I had to go through that. That was sadness at the end. Like, they're going to take everything I ever built. Like, I was literally looking at, I'm going to lose everything I've ever built for myself. And that ain't fair. How am I supposed to accept that? So, for the last couple of months, I've been coming up out of that. And I'm so amazed that life has affected me the way it has because I have never cared about much of anything. I mean, not like that. Let me clean that up. You know I care about the kids. I love the kids. The babies, the grandbabies, kids in general, dogs, all that. I love those things. I mean, I love them, right? But situations and complications and the mess that people bring, I ain't got time for it. No, I don't care. I'm not putting energy in that. I'm not. I've been married. I have loved. Yes. Loved him dearly, deeply. However, at this point, the next man who comes in here trying to take this hand, don't bring me no crap. I can't use that. Can't do nothing with that. Bring me up or don't come here. Period. That's where I'm at. I'm just not going to be able to care about a whole lot of stuff because my energy is so very valuable and so very limited. I have to manufacture this every day myself. This energy is not for sale. None of that. Just no. We all about building up. TDF over here. Building her, the business, the home, the thing that supports so many other people. I can't stand them old kids most days because of the way they think and do and move. However, they still my people and I still gotta look out for the people. So when I say I don't care for the mess. I don't care for the drama. I don't care for the deceit, the disrespect, or any of those things. I'm not feeding them, paying for them, none of that. Don't want it. Go somewhere. So yeah. I'm coming out. I don't know what the next step is or how to take it, like literally the next step. I know in general, I want to go start that company I was talking about the other day, but I do not know where I should put my foot today to get me toward anything because everything is so restricted. I need some money. Money is freedom. If I had a lot of money, I wouldn't be stuck. I would feel the way I feel, but I would still keep getting it up and going outside and doing what I got to do because I need to keep my things moving forward. I would feel it quietly later, maybe at lunchtime, but I wouldn't be stuck feeling nothing if I had some money. So, get you some money. Stay up. But yeah, my cupcake's better than yours. My cake's better than yours. I ain't gonna say my food better than yours. There's a lot of things out there that I don't even do because I don't eat it. My people don't eat it. You know, it's a funny thing. We don't eat onions over here. Most of us don't eat tomatoes either. I'll eat tomato sauce and a nicely flavored anything that has onions in it. Just, I don't want to see them. I don't want to crunch them. I don't want none of that. Blend it up. Put it in there. Make it right. Cook it down. Use the juices. I don't care. I'm not eating them. But I don't mind the flavor. So, yeah. My cake better than yours. My cake better than this. Because of the way I put it together. And that's what I really came here to tell you about. And all the rest of that stuff is just a bonus. But yeah. Get you some signature sweets. If you're anywhere in the DMV area, I hate that too. Because I'm from Northwest DC. DC, real DC. The DMV is something people made up. But we're not going to argue about that here today. Okay? Yeah, if you're around, go on that website and order you something. I promise you will not be disappointed. Talk about it after you eat it too. Post a review or something, okay? Have a great day though. You got this. Go kick some ass.